Hello, YouTubers. Well, today I have a video of something that is very old, but is new to me. So we are down here, and I'm using the hydrowave washer as a demonstration table, because these particular units are a little bit dirty. But they are functional. What you're looking at is a pair of Lafayette Citizens Band 3-channel, 2-watt Citizen Band transceiver radios. And they're in these leatherette cases. They are working, by the way. These are obviously unrestored. They are working. And these were picked up at a thrift store. My sister saw these and thought I would love these radios. Now, these are old, and we're gonna get into these here. And in fact, I'm just noticing there's a little bit of let me zoom in. Please pause while I zoom in. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Above the RF indicator window, there is a number. It looks like it's 0357. And we're going to tear into these radios here. And I believe that was the FCC call sign of the original operator. This was back when when the FCC required a license for Citizen Band radio ownership and operating. They no longer require that here in the United States. I have not attempted to really use these because I'm not sure of a couple of things, and I don't want to illegally be operating a radio because that's a no-no. And I would like to operate a CB radio. So let me just explain why I'm not operating these or why I don't use these. They do work. Sort of. They need to be restored. All of the pots are dirty. The connections are a little bit oxidized, so they do not operate reliably. But yes, they do transmit, and yes, they do receive. And we'll take a look at the other one here. So these were purchased as a pair. Let's focus. These were purchased as a pair. They are model HA300B. They are a 3-channel Citizens Band walkie-talkie. And there are, and I will reorient these in a second to show you the channel selector switch. They work on channel A, B, and C. And I do not know what exact frequency these are operating on, and I do not want them to be operating on channel 9 or 19 in the Citizens Band, which is for emergency use only. So let me just, I'll reorient this, and we'll get a good look. Okay, here is the channel selector. It is stuck on channel B. The other radio, the channel selector is not stuck, but it only seems to work in one position. I don't know what frequencies these are set to. I wonder if maybe these were like an old scanner that my grandparents had, a police scanner, where you had to swap in and out the crystals for different sets of frequencies depending on what city or town you lived in. So, you know, you'd have to swap in a crystal to get a certain range of frequencies. And I'm wondering if it's the same with these models, if these are pre-tuned to work to a certain set of Citizens Band frequencies. So let's dig in a little deeper. So I have now taken the back off of this unit, and it is designed to be taken off because this is where you put the battery. And thank you to the original owner of this, who may or may not be dead at this point, for not leaving batteries in this when you stopped using this device. You, whoever you are a true blue hero, and I actually do have some documentation on who the original owner was, or at least where they were located. I will not share that on camera. Well, I won't share the name on camera that these were registered to, but in the back there is a piece of paper in this piece right here that has the address of the owner and the location of where these units were to be used. It is an FCC, and if you're watching from Canada or the United Kingdom or Australia, the FCC is the Federal Communication Commission. They have everything to do with radio and television in the United States. So let me just read to you what it says here in the back of this unit. The United States of America Federal Communication Commission. Station call sign KOB 0357, Unit 2. This card attests that the authorization has been received from the FCC for installation and/or operation of the radio transmitter to which attached. Let's see. The current FCC authorization for this transmitter expires December 5th, 1971. And it just says, I can't really make out the town, but it says location of transmitter, Massachusetts. Looks like Old Whitefield or Old White Plain Road. And then it says it is operating on Class D frequencies 27.035 to 075.15 megacycles. And so that explains, I guess, what frequency that this is supposed to be operating on. And here's the back of the unit. And inside the unit are all kinds of electronic goodness. And I don't know what any of this does. I can see some switches here. And these obviously relate to the switches on the front. And I see some contact. I mean, everything, these work. I'm going to go ahead and turn them on, by the way. They work. They don't work that well. I don't really want to operate these, but I will do it. I will do it for YouTube, and then I'll probably go to jail. Oh, look, here's the little rocker switch for the transmit mode here. So I don't know how old these are. I mean, I don't know how long the FCC license was designed to go for, but if this license expired in 1971, are we talking about mid to late 1960s vintage here? Even like before the CB radio craze? Okay, well, and here's what the front looks like with the, oh, I'm out of focus here. Excuse me, I'm using a new camera. I'm not using my action camera, I'm using a different camera. Okay, we are better in focus. Okay, so this is what the grill of it looks like. And yeah, this is in good shape. So we got our battery tester. I don't want to break this thing. So you got your two switches here. This is your RF meter switch. And then the other, when it's in the battery position, when it's on, it'll show you the how good the battery strength is. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this switch just so you... Okay, it's on. And you can see that the battery is in the good. But you can tell, obviously, these switches are dirty. I'll go ahead and flip it to RF, and I'll just show you. I'm going to hit the transmit button. Here come the police. turn the other unit on now. I think this is the one that works not quite as good. Maybe it was this one that works like crap. Hang on, folks. Okay, now I have both units on, and I have to like hold the battery in. But let's try something.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is a test of the Lafayette HA300B. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Over and out. 10-4. Range test. This is a range test. 10-4. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, go away, Libby. I am now in another room. Testing, testing.
I hope.
I hope you enjoyed that test. This is a range test of the Lafayette CB. This is a 2-watt Citizens Band transmitter. This is your one and only YouTuber signing off on vintage, perhaps 50-year-old technology. Good buddy.
And that is about as much as I'm willing to do with these because, like I said, not entirely sure it's even legal to operate these things. Good night. And that was my video thing about this, the one, the only Lafayette HA300B radio transceiver. Now, in the comments, I'm sure someone can tell me if these are actually legal to operate. I know these are made in Japan, because it says so on the back of these units, and these were probably pretty handy for the original user, or the original owner rather. I don't know if he was just a radio geek, or if he was using this for some reason. I mean, these are citizens bands. These were not to be used for businesses. And there's my external microphone that I'm using. First time I'm using it with my new mystery camera, which will be revealed on film one of these days. But let's just say that this particular camera that I'm using is a type of camera that I have wanted for quite some time. And very expensive. When I first saw a camera like this, they were going for, I don't know, maybe almost $2,000. And that would have been back in 2008, 2007, 2008. And I saw them at community college, a particular brand, not the kind I have. And yeah, but that's for another video. So I will leave you with this. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.